Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about what the difference is between a log line and a synopsis. Now if you write a script and you give it to producers, directors, whoever, they're going to want to see, most likely they're going to want to see a log line and or a synopsis. Because they receive hundreds of scripts every day in most cases, and they don't have the time to read every single script that they receive. So they'll want to look at the log line and then the synopsis in order to determine whether the script might have a good idea in it. And then if it does, they'll read the script, and then whatever happens happens. But if you don't write a powerful log line and synopsis, then you're not going to motivate the director, producer, whoever to read the script. So you have to have a good log line and synopsis. Now, what is the difference between the two? Well, a log line is a one-sentence or two-sentence description of the plot. This is a script I wrote a long time ago called A Simple Dream. The log line I wrote: after the death of his overweight mother, a 25-year-old obese man decides to lose weight and pursue the girl of his dreams. Period. That's it. That's the log line. That describes basically the character, well, I guess you could say protagonist, the main character, his struggle, what he accomplishes in the story, and what he's going after. It's all described in that one sentence. So, basically, if you're watching television, and you have digital cable, and you select a movie to watch, and it gives you the description of what the movie is about. That's basically what the log line is. The description, a brief description of what the movie is about. Just make sure you're as descriptive and as brief as you can be in the log line. Don't write a paragraph, but don't be too general either. It takes a little work, but basically that's what a log line is. Now, a synopsis is different. It's usually one page, made up of paragraphs describing just the overall action or the overall plot of the script. It gets into the characters, the names of the characters, what they're doing, where they're coming from, the struggles they're going through, more importantly, the actions that they're going through, and the resolution to those problems or those struggles they're going through. And it may or may not talk about the ending. Not always. I did in mine, but it doesn't have to talk about the ending because you want to keep it a little suspenseful for the reader. But yeah, synopsis, it doesn't have to be too long, but just it describes the overall essence of the script from beginning to end without giving away too many specific details, just like general descriptions of each act. Because a full script has 3 acts, even a movie script has 3 acts, and you describe each act in the synopsis. Now, I didn't indicate act numbers in my synopsis. You don't usually have to for movies, but yeah. So mine's about how many paragraphs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 paragraphs. Yeah, that's about right. Now, don't confuse a synopsis with a treatment. You might have heard of screenplay treatments before. Those are a little bit different. They're basically like longer versions of synopses. Yeah, those can be any length, actually. A treatment can be 1 page, or it could be 10, 20 pages. It's a shorter version of the screenplay without the dialogue. So it's like a longer synopsis and a shorter screenplay, if that makes sense. A treatment will just talk more or describe more of the action, more of the specific action, whereas the synopsis doesn't really get into the specifics of the action. It just generalizes it, just highlights the action. The treatment talks about the action more, and what the characters, it describes what the characters say to each other and things like that. But it doesn't actually show the dialogue, if that makes sense. But this video isn't about treatments, it's about logline and synopsis. So basically, a logline, 1 to 2 sentence description of the script and what it's about. And a synopsis is a longer 1-page description of the script with descriptions of the action and multiple paragraphs. Alright. Hope that made sense. If it didn't, oh well, the video is free. So who cares? Subscribe and I'll make more content.